Right, hello everybody and welcome to the preview for Hull City versus Gillingham on Saturday the 27th of March, 3 o'clock kickoff UK time at the K-Com Stadium. As the match details there come on screen, I follow the Tigers for £10. Yes, we do get this game for free. Us season pass holders, we get the code. Yeah, it's good to be back doing these. First time I've done a preview on a school night as well, since I've been back at school, which is mad to think. I believe it is anyway. My lord. Anyway, I'm gonna check that actually. No, it's not. I'm chatting waffle. I just didn't do what it just didn't seem like I did. Oh my word, my sleep pattern is gone. So anyway, back on topic. Team news then. Josh McGuinness and Gavin White are both absent for this game as they are on international duty with Northern Ireland. The duo starting the World Cup qualifying match against Italy on Thursday evening. A game which I do currently not know the result of because I'm recording it as the game's kicking off. I'm ditching watching England batter some plumbers and Costa coffee workers from San Marino 7-0 to produce this content for you. I couldn't do it last week because coursework deadline. Anyway, in injury-related news, Richie Smallwood is close to returning to action. He was expected to miss the remainder of the season with a knee injury picked up against Burton Albion in February. However, Smallwood is only about 3 weeks away from a return. Sean McLaughlin, calf, and Brandon Fleming, pubic bone, are also closing in on a return to action. The pair have progressed very well, helped by the lack of midweek matches in the last 2 weeks. McLaughlin joined in full training this week, but Fleming is still trying to build up fitness before he joins in full training. Max Clark remains absent with a hamstring injury. Excuse me. Grant McCann hasn't put a timescale on his return, but says the Hull-born left-back is, quote, progressing well, and they had the aim of getting him on the grass with Fleming at the end of last week. Sorry about the sneezing, it's just hay fever. Festus Arthur Thigh remains out for the remainder of the season. On to Ref Watch, and the referees Martin Coy. The two liners are Andrew Dallison and Tom Harty. Bobby Madley is the fourth official. In the last preview I did, excuse me, in the last preview I did for the Oxford game, Bobby Madley was also the fourth official, so I didn't have to change that text box on Photoshop at all. On to stats then. These are taken from our game against Shrewsbury. We had 10 shots against them. Of those 10, just 1 was on target. We had 53% of possession, committed 16 fouls, made 21 tackles, won 50% of aerial duels, and made 444 passes in the game with a pass accuracy of 76%. What do I think then? Tom Eaves needs to take his chance. With neither McGuinness or White, it's probably going to be Eaves. And he has to take this chance. In a video coming out in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I discuss transfer window stuff, who we should sign, suggestions that are realistic for whichever league we're in. And Tom Eaves, just because he was poorer than McGuinness last season and this season as well, if we bring in a Dion Charles, as has been rumoured, Eaves is probably going to be the striker that falls by the wayside. And unless he books his performances up when he gets the chance, he's not gonna feature. He's not going to be a Hull City player for much longer. Because if it were me, I would get rid of one of McGuinness or Eaves. And at this rate, it's looking like Tom, even though he's the younger. Against Shrewsbury, we were poor, very poor. It was a shocking game. I am appalled to say I paid £10 for that. It was awful. It was shocking. Gavin Ward wasn't a great referee. He's apparently championship standard. My ass. But a great goal by Doherty, and we need Sunderland and Peterborough to drop points. As long as we keep winning and beat Sunderland in a few weeks, we should be fine. Head-to-head battles then. Malik Wilks will have to get past Jack Tucker, and Jacob Breeze will have to stop Vadan Oliver. Current form. Now then, we're looking very good. Unbeaten in our last 6. Only conceded twice in that time. Second best away record in the league. Third best home record. We're the league's top scorers. We've got one of the league's best defences as well. But what are Gillingham looking like? They have the seventh best away record in the league, so we need to be wary of that. They know how to score some goals, but Steve Evans, we don't like. Oh, they've got a £7 to £8 million budget. We're not a Premier League club, mate. Shut up and fill in your tax returns. Gillingham, they beat Ipswich 3-1, lost 1-0 to Fleetwood, then beat Swindon 3-1 and Lincoln 3-0, then drew 2-2 with Doncaster. Onto the league table now then, we are sitting pretty at the top, and as it stands, only Sunderland can overtake us with games in hand. If we just win every single game up until the rest of the season, one of those against Sunderland, we will be sorted. Because Peterborough, yes, they've got the game in hand, but they're 3 points behind, and our goal difference is 11 better than theirs. They will have to win by 12 clear goals to go ahead of us on goal difference. And if they only win a game if they only win that game in hand by 11 goals, if they score 11, they're going to go ahead of us on goals scored. So, Peterborough, ideally for them, they need us to stop winning and score as few as possible. But I just don't see that happening. And Sunderland as well, they've got 2 games in hand. They're 7 points behind. But if we beat them on the 20th of April, I think we will be fine. Our only midweek match left this season. Heading down the playoffs. Lincoln can't catch us. They've slipped up in recent weeks, as have Doncaster. Blackpool looking good. Blackpool could hold the key to our promotion hopes, as they still have to play Sunderland twice and Doncaster, and they beat Peterborough as well. But if they win all those games, they're going to be right there. They're going to be right there with us and cause us problems of our own. And lest we forget, we should have probably taken 3 extra points than we actually have against them this season, because we should have drawn against them at their place. How we scored in the 89th minute and still to equalise and still managed to bottle it, I don't know. And had Smallwood not played that suicidal pass to Burke, I reckon that we'd have won at the K-Com as well. So that would be them clear as well. As it stands, they can't catch us, but winning games can push you far, especially if other teams slip up. At the bottom then, Burton are safe. Shrewsbury are getting sucked into that relegation battle a little bit. The more Burton win. And Plymouth sliding down the table with one of the league's top scorers as we move on to league statistics. They've got the league's 5th highest scorer in Luke Jeffcott, a player who I'd very much like at City if we're in League One next season, or even in the Championship, to play backup. Plymouth, he scored as many goals as Plymouth. He scored the goals that match Plymouth. I don't know what I'm trying to say. He scored 16 goals. Plymouth had 16th in the table. That's what I was trying to say. Anyway, yeah, Plymouth, they have a brilliant home record. They're in. If you look at the bottom, they have the. They have the 4th best home record in the league. But if you have a look at their away record, they have the 3rd worst away record in the league, and that's why they're so far down. Regardless, league's joint 2nd best defence, league's highest scorers. Honeyman with the most goals, Malik Wilk closing in on Charlie Wyke and Johnson Clark Harris at the top of the goal scoring charts. Good away record, good home record. On to around the grounds then on League One Matchday 38. Oxford face Lincoln tonight as you're seeing this. Then AFC Wimbledon face Northampton, Blackpool face Plymouth, Bristol Rovers face Sunderland, MK Dons face Doncaster Rovers, Peterborough face Accrington, Shrewsbury face Portsmouth, and Wigan Athletic face Ipswich Town. In the games that were postponed and that have been rescheduled, Burton play Fleetwood on Tuesday the 13th of April, Charlton play Crewe on Tuesday the 27th of April. They are joined on that Tuesday by Rochdale facing Swindon. No memorable match because our last match with these guys before this season was in 1985, and I'm not being funny, I have no absolute clue what the lineups were, as the source I used didn't tell me. So last time out then, at the Priestfield Stadium, the first game of the season, 2-0 win for Hull City. Keane Lewis Potter and Josh McGuinness with the goals. And as you can see there, that is our record against Gillingham. A 2-0 win the last time we played them. And yeah, the game before that we lost 1-0 away in 1985. And I have no data for that at all. So on to shared share. It's got Tom Eaves, a Gillingham hero, a Hull City flop. Harsh but fair. Look, I love the dude, lovely bloke, but he's not done it for us on the pitch. For Gillingham, between 2017 and when he left to join us in 2019, he made in 67 appearances, not 67, 97 appearances, he scored 40 goals. And for us, he joined us having left Gillingham to join us. He's still here now. In 69 appearances to date for the Tigers, he has scored the 12 times. On to my predicted 11 now then. 4-3-3. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. In goal, we've got Matt Ingram. A back four at right back, the captain, Louis Coyle. The two centre-backs are Reece Burke and Jacob Greaves. At left back, we've got Callum Elder. In defensive midfield, Alfie Jones. The two central midfielders are George Honeyman and Greg Docherty. Malik Wilkes on the right. On the right wing, we have Malik Wilkes. Yes, that is to facilitate for who I think will come in up front. As on the left, we've got Keane Lewis Potter. And up front, we've got Tom Eaves. It is very plausible that he plays James Scott or Dan Crowley on the left or on the right, which then allows Wilkes or Keane Lewis Potter to go in up front, but I think he'll go for Tom Eaves. So, on to the bench then, we've got George Long, James Scott, Josh Emanuel, Regan Slater, Dan Crowley, Andy Smith, and a man who's just signed a new contract for the club. Just scored a hat-trick for the under-23s. Ahmed Salah. That's the team in picture form then, and that is the team on the pitch. On to my predicted score now then. Sorry about that, don't know what's happened there with my PC. Do I reckon that we can get the win then? On to my predicted score. This is the least confident I've been for a game in a while, but I still have faith in the boys that we can pull out a 2-0 win and tell Steve Evans to do his tax returns once more. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'll see you later. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.